Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and people have been telling me that they've nerfed this mode. I don't think they have. I think, well, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I think you've been playing it wrong. Somebody's like, I lost 200,000 in a singular game. Okay, this still pays for your consumables. It still pays for your premium rounds, and it still pays for your repairs. And I don't know what happens if you lose, how much money you make. So that's probably why. You pay for each and every individual tank, and you're playing 9 tanks at once. You have to win. You have to win and not have premium consumables. Alright? That's what you have to do. So we're going to play again today just to see if it truly has been nerfed, like everybody has been telling me. Or if people have just gone crazy. And then we'll get to a real replay, okay? That's what we will do here on Fisherman's Bay. And this will be sped up. So 2 times starting now. There we go. Perfect. Now I sound like a chipmunk. What do you think of that? Pretty crazy. I know.
But maybe if I talk like this, I will sound normal.
What if that really fast and then I put it times 2? That might be really interesting.
Who knows? Okay. Whoa. Yeah, right there. Mediums, go here. Tank destroyers, go here. And I will be my light tank. Alright, now capping the base. Oh, I forgot that thing runs dirt in this mode. Definitely don't want to get hit by that. Ow. Alright, well. Things are not going how I wanted. Ow. My 113 is dead. Those guys are doing fine. You know how to do on fire. Then fire again. He's dead. Ow. Fantastic. Oh, okay. Done. 65% health. What kind of money are we going to make? 152,000. How much should we spend on repairs and such? Supplies. Oh my. I must have had food on him and I didn't realize. Oops. But everything else. Yeah, and then we had a couple high repairs. Okay, so did we make 362,000, right? That's how much we were making before. That's how we'll know. 362,000 is the number we're looking for. If it's less than that, then it has been nerfed, okay? This is the real one. And this is Monday. Today is Monday right now. So keep that in mind as well. And 162,000. It has not been nerfed, guys. If you're not making money, you're playing it wrong. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Don't go blaming the mechanics of the game and blaming Wargaming for the fact that you're losing money. It means you're just playing bad. Alright, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. That's just how it is. Alright, you just gotta you have to play better. Just play better, get good. And then you'll be fine. Alright, let's jump into a replay now. Actually, we'll be doing 2 today. One in the FV215B and one in the T110E5. This is during the ×5 weekend. We had wow, look at that. We had an incredible ×5 weekend. And this was a couple weekends ago. So don't be like, oh, did I miss it? No, it was a couple weekends ago. And for some reason, my teams are winning. However, people were capping a lot. Like cap. I ended the day platooning with Chris with an 87% win rate, so it wasn't that bad, actually. And I think Gainful joined us as well. And yeah, we had a really good time at tier 10, grinding our mercenary contracts. Grinding the Valor contract, or whatever that is, not a contract, that op, whatever that is. What did they call it? The Fear Not for Independence Day. That makes sense. But yeah, anyway, so we are in the FV215B on El Haloof, and this is just gonna be a fast one, nice and quick. a bit of action here and there, playing the FV215B as we're driving up Al Haloof, and we're going to be taking this inside. This is where the mediums usually go, but our mediums are behind us, or at least one of them is, and doesn't seem to want to push up. So we'll be taking it instead, and we only have 2 mediums in this game on our team. And one of them is, well, way on the other side of the map doing nothing. So, anyway, this guy's going to be a little bit of a problem. 2 of them, because they are hauled down, and we cannot pen them while they are hauled down. Simple as that, and they do have this guy with them as well. But they're fighting FV215Bs, and the great thing about these things is we have a lot of DPM, and we have a lot of health. And so that allows us to hopefully be able to stay alive, or, yeah, use our hit points and DPM hopefully will be enough to keep us alive this game. Hopefully. And these guys don't seem to be getting their guns quite low enough to shoot us, which is pretty cool. And now that guy is pulling back, and we're going to be using this location over here. Over here, we are not already safe, unfortunately. Like, already could hit us. So we're not allowed to go all the way to the right, as that part of the map is no longer allowed to be. I thought I auto-locked on, but I guess I didn't. And so I shot that into nothing, and he gets away. Well done, Clone Guy. You are a stellar player. And everybody's dead. There we go. We win. Simple as that. We're up by 4 tanks. Their push was way too aggressive that prematurely. Could it have worked if they were playing against other players? Maybe, but Chris and I knew we had to push through them regardless of the fact that there were 3 of them there. If they were playing against any other platoons, other than half-decent players, like myself and Chris, maybe it would have worked. Maybe. Now we've loaded the hash, and that one goes into his drive wheel. It's whatever. But then Chris's goes straight in. Alright, this one ready. Boop. 444. That's not that great, but we have more hash loaded. We have more, and there's another juicy tank called the Waffenträger Offensive. So we're gonna be putting that straight in. Boom. 547. Much better roll than last time. And we're gonna be keeping this hash loaded. And those of you who don't know, maybe you are, I don't know, maybe just don't know. The hash on this thing has 515 alpha, I believe, or is it 530? I think it's 515, and it has 120 pen on its pen, on HE, 120, which is really nice. Now Chris and I are clumped together. There are 3 artillery. I'm just like, we're gonna get artied, and so we've broken apart here, and no Artie is shooting at us anymore. Chris keeps getting hit by Artie. Oh, there's another one. They really want him. It's quite interesting. Usually when he platoons with me, it's me who gets hit over and over and over again. But we're keeping our hash loaded, and you're gonna see why. There are still some juicy tanks left. In fact, every tank on the enemy team I can pen with Hesh, even through the front. The T95 I have to shoot in the cupola. The Death Star lower plate, FV215B lower plate. And speaking of Death Stars, there's one now. Lower plate, Vom. 564 with Hesh, and he gets dead. 564. And you can do that to yourself. If you're fighting yourself, if you're fighting a Conqueror, if you're fighting any British, pretty much any British heavy, medium, light tank, you can do that with this gun, with Hesh. The tank destroyers are a bit harder. You can't do it to the Badger or the Tortoise or anything like that, but you can do it to the Conway, you can do it to the 4005, you can do it to the Charioteer. It's pretty amazing. And hello, do we have a gun? No, that's too bad. That's too bad. I was hoping I would have a shot on the medium tank, but I can't quite get my gun up there. And now I can. Oh, now I can't. And now I can again. And now he's under. Okay. So I was hoping to shoot the medium tank with my Hesh shell, my last remaining Hesh shell, but we'll put it into the FV215B. If we had hit him in the engine deck, we would have penned him for sure. But from that angle, if we had AP loaded, we would have penned him. No questions. And where is this guy? Is he right there? No, he's not right there. Okay, we decided to try anyway. And there's FV215B right here. What are we going to do to take him on? Well, we still have a repair kit, so we're just going to send it. Hello there. And we roll high. Fantastic. He dies. And there we go. Not a stellar game, but there's not enough FV215B replays out there, my guys. People don't play it enough anymore. And yet there was one in this game on the enemy team. 4,100 damage, 2,100 assisted. 6,000 combined, and in this tank, that's actually enough for a first class. That's actually enough for a first class, because people don't play this too well at all. But it's a good vehicle. It's still my favorite tier 10 heavy tank. Changed my mind. Actually, it's probably pretty easy to change my mind. But I'm liking this one the most right now. Next up is the T110E5, our very next game, and this one is. This tank is pretty much the FV215B. It's like the American FV215B. It really, really, really is. Except this thing has received some buffs. It's received some nerfs. It's received some buffs again. its cupola is much better than it used to be. Its lower plate is much better than it used to be. The sides of its frontal upper plate are much better than they used to be. So, all in all, this tank is a better tank. You used to be able to auto-lock this thing's upper plate with your tier 10 medium guns, and you could go through it. Now you can't. Now it even can even block Jagdpanzer heat shell from time to time, the upper plate. So, yeah, this is a stellar upper plate nowadays. The lower plate is really, really good as well. It's rounded. If you're looking down at it, there's no chance going through that lower plate. The turret is decent. It's only 200, but it's got a nice mantlet, so it's very hard to hit the 200mm plates. And then there's the cupola, which is very troll. It's about 230 effective in most areas, but some areas it gets up to 260, 270. But if you hit it nice and flush, you can pen it with like 210. It's a trolly cupola. It really, really is. But back then, you could just go through it with anything. You could probably go through it with 175 pen if you were using a stock T44 and you were fighting against this thing. You could probably go through it with the 122. But nowadays, you can't. So it has been buffed. Those of you who joined the game later may think it's only been nerfed because when you joined the game, the cupola was pretty much impervious. But then they nerfed it again to the point where it's a more balanced cupola for sure. I agree, it's a balanced cupola nowadays. So it's a more balanced tank. And yeah, this was like the FV215B, except it was American and kind of worse. It was mid-mounted instead of rear-mounted, so if you're more comfortable with that, it was better. And you had one more degree of gun depression. However, your armor was useless, kind of like the FV215Bs, and your gun was nowhere near as good. Hello there, E50M. So when you see the enemy running, you know they've sent no one here, and you can just push it. Like, that guy is running. They ain't got no snipers. In that case, I am pushing. And we didn't send many people up here either. We only have 3 up at the top of this hill right now. So maybe they could have put up a decent fight. I doubt it. An E50 and STB1 probably wouldn't do much, and our light tanks are going to show up eventually. So that guy goes down for free. So that means the other flank is lost. And they've already pushed through. Who sends their heavy tanks the other way? I will if I'm in an IS-7, a 113, a 5A, something like that, something fast, and I feel like I spawn on the side I spawned on, I will make that play. But from their side, I will not do that. I will never do that from their side. And they did. So, yeah. He's going to go back to the base, and I'm going to kill artillery. My platoon mate, Chris, has said, he's like, alright, what's the plan? I'm like, I'll kill artillery. You defend the base, and then I'll meet you in the middle. And so we're like, perfect, let's do that. And that way I can kill the artillery and start putting shots into this guy as he tries to escape. He's a very important kill. And we have optics on this, which is very, very helpful. I'm not killing Artie because I have 2 tanks there, and so I figured they'd be able to do it, and they are, finally. Thank goodness. Hopefully Artie wasn't able to get another shot off. That would be embarrassing and sad. And possibly game-changing, game-losing even. And we're just going to keep putting shot after shot into this guy. I can't let him get away. 57 heavy there as well. Nice. The E5 is now a 1-shot, so we obviously want to kill him. Aim up the last shot. Come on, clone guy. Aim well. Aim well. He matrixed me. He matrixed me. But he's tracked. Come on, gun. Come on, still be tracked. Still be tracked. Oh, no. He fixed it. He's gone. Well, we're going to have to just get in range of him. We have optics, so we should be able to spot him. No problem. There's a T-57 heavy. There's plenty of ridges right here where I can go hull down. Where is that guy? There. Oh, and he's turned around. Well, that's going to be a tough pat. Never mind. Okay, he gave me a side. He's dead. Well done. And now the scores are tied. The ties are not scored. The scores are tied. And we're going to be going after this guy. And I thought about just, waiting here. And then I, like, I'll put a shot in, pull back, and see if I can get him to waste a couple shots. And I was like, okay, now he's only got 2. Now I'm willing to push him. I'll push this. And he bounces off my lower plate. And you see, that's the strength of this vehicle. We have a tank on our right. It's just a VK. And our 57 heavy is going in. He should kill him. We'll put another shot in if we need to. We don't need to. He's dead. And we're going to move on this way. But there's a tank behind us. There's somebody there. Who are you? E50M never got away. Interesting, because he did catch up to the T110E5. He passed him, but it looks like he didn't try to run like the E5 did. He might have been able to make it as he's much faster. The E5 was able to make it almost away. So, Chris dies. And now there's a 257 on our left. But at range, this is probably one of the most difficult tanks in the game to actually penetrate, regardless of what shell type you're shooting. However, we have a Sheridan. I've decided to turn my rear to the 257 and take on the Sheridan. E50 is also there. We're going to fix that, and we're going to change our attention to him. Boom, put a shell into him. And hopefully get underneath the gun of this guy. We'll take another hit from the E50, that's fine. But let's see if we can block a shell from this 257. Doesn't matter. Put another shell on him. Yes, we do. We do block it. And we're going to keep our armor to 257 and turn the opposite way for the E50, who is now has to back up. And he realizes that's a mistake. So he starts driving forward, straight in front of our gun, and he dies. And now I'll turn my armor to this guy. He gets put down. And now it's just a 257 who has shots on me. Simple, easy, cheap, reliable. This tank is good. That's what this tank is good at, is that kind of a situation. You're getting surrounded by tanks, especially the lower tier ones because they don't have the greatest DPM. Well, this thing can keep up with them, and it does have the armor to troll them. And that's what we were able to do there. Any other heavy tank may have suffered there, but not this one. Oh, is that his back end? I think it is, but I think we went into his engine deck, and at this angle, it is pretty thick for a tank. Is that engine deck of the German VKP? I think it's like 60 or something, so we can't overmatch. It might be even 80. So unfortunately, we bounce off there. But we're gonna put another shell into him, hopefully before he gets behind the houses. Yes, we are. Can we do one more? Yeah, he stopped. Oh, he's pulling back. Okay. Oh, he's dead. All right. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. Now all that's left is this 257, and if I were him, I'd be hightailing into the corner. Well, maybe he's doing that. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. But we're going after him, and we are in the E5, which doesn't climb too slowly. Not too slowly at all, but it's still a bit of a slow climb. Just a bit of one. So while we climb, how was your day? How was your day, guys? How was your weekend? What'd you do? You have some fun? You go swimming? You melt in the heat? You have burgers? Hot dogs, maybe? I didn't. I went over a friend's house. I went over co-host Dan's house. We played Monopoly. It was pretty fun. Then we watched Lego Freemakers. Lego Star Wars Freemakers. How random was that? We were just like, hey, you know what? There's a show with a pretty funny Palpatine. Let's go watch it. And so we watched a random episode, and it was pretty hilarious. Lego is funny, guys. I don't know. They've got some good writers over there over at Lego. That's for sure. But hey, this guy, what's going on, buddy? We're gonna put a shell into you, and then hopefully we'll kill you. But here comes the turtle. Is he gonna put a shell into you too? Probably. Side armor. Don't shoot low. There we go. Go straight in. And turtle's gonna put a shell into him. And we are going to... Oh, Artie is. Never mind. We're actually going to ram him to death here. I fired anyway, but it was actually the ram that killed him. And I wasn't expecting that because we weren't going too fast. But it was his rear armor, so I guess it makes sense. And we rammed the 257 to death. Goodbye. And 7,000 combined damage. We had 6,000 combined in the FV215B. We have 7,000 combined in this and 6,000 raw. But it is only a first class. If this will load. See? First class. Steel wall. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, well, that's the replay. Those are the two replays for our ×5s. Two very similar heavy tanks, while also not similar at the same time, but they were compared a whole lot back in the day. A whole lot. But that's the replays. Two of them. Remember, Commander Mode has not been nerfed. You just have to not lose. And not lose health. And not use premium consumables. And not use premium ammo. Go in there, free to play. You'll make more money as a free-to-play player than you will as a pay-to-win player. Just so you know. And you'll do fine. You'll do fine. And then don't lose. Alright, that's it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button. Comment, subscribe. Go check out SpaceBANDIT. Link in the description below. And I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone. And peace out.